Y'all, I'm getting ready to put y'all up on something, man. What is this?
The E.Jones Show.
On iHeartRadio.
E.Jones. Guess who's back?
It's me, baby. It's your girl. It's your girl.
We're back.
Yes, we are, and we in full effect like it never stopped.
So welcome to the E.Jones Show featuring Sharonda, Cody, plus Talise, DJ Mark with the Lunchtime Mix. We got a very special guest today. We talking about my man Damion Hall, Damion Crazy Legs Hall from the legendary R&B group Guy will be joining us. They're celebrating an anniversary. So we're going to get into that. Sharonda's excited, as y'all hear.
It's been a minute, y'all. It's been a minute.
So we're going to chop it up with him, getting his business. You know how we do things. It's the E.Jones Show. Who's this?
What's up? This is Damion.
Uh-oh, it's Mr. Hall in the building. What's going on, bruh?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
We good, man. You calling all aggressive. This is Damion.
This is Damion. Yo.
Nah, I mean, calling all aggressive and all that.
I'm here.
No doubt. What's good, fam? Glad we got you in the building.
Hello there.
Hi there.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
So we're going to get into it. We got Sharonda in the building.
What's up? What's up?
What up, Sharonda?
Hey, boo.
What up, baby?
Got me all grinning over here.
Oh, here you go. Here we go. Here we go.
I just got off a plane. I was thinking about you on the plane, and I started as hell because I'm naked. So imagine me grinning and high. Woo!
Well, we start off. First and foremost, we want to congratulate you guys on your anniversary.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. 31 years since the first album.
Wow, that's a blessing.
Amazing thing. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much.
And we
33 years in the game and 31 years. That's kind of weird, but it's what it is.
No, it's not. It's actually not weird. You guys definitely, y'all are trendsetters, and you already know that already, but you guys made a lane that couldn't be duplicated. It's either you hop on the bus and follow us, or you just stand at the bus stop and wait.
Nobody wants to wait. Everybody had to follow. Everybody started their own, got the understanding of where they needed to go, and then started to gather up their own type of vibe and way of doing their music and their songs. But like you said, nobody can imitate or duplicate the GUI. Ever.
Never. Ever, never.
Ever, ever?
Ever.
Never. So we're gonna get you. We're gonna go in a little bit into your business because there's some people that might know your history, and then there's some people that don't know your history. So let's start. We're not gonna go into high school. Let's start like college. Like, how did you get into the group? Because at first you wasn't an original member.
I was not. I was in Virginia State University, went to Virginia State. So much love to the Trojans out there. I was in Virginia State in 87, and I was in school, studying computer science and business management. Aaron came to my school. At first everybody thought he went to the school, so let's say that, because he was there and he participated in our talent shows. He actually won the talent show. He wrote Smile, that was on the third Guy album, the Future album. He wrote Smile at the beginning of 87 at my school. And then he won, and I came in second place, which is kind of crazy.
Wow.
But I'm not shocked by that. At the end of the day, Timmy Gatling, it was Timmy and Aaron. They were friends. They worked at a store called A&S. We call it Abraham and Strauss. I know you know about that.
Mm-hmm.
A&S, then they said, we want to do an album, we want to do a group. Timmy knew a guy, quote unquote, that was a programmer and a keyboard player. That guy ended up being Teddy Riley. Teddy then came to a session that Timmy and Aaron was doing. Aaron heard him play, and he was like, I don't want to do this group unless this cat's in the group. Then go Teddy, Timmy, and Aaron. Gene Griffin was the manager who was Teddy Riley's godfather. There was some, whatever beef or misunderstanding within the group at that time. And Timmy and Gene got upset at Timmy, kicked Timmy out of the group. It was two members, Teddy and Aaron. Aaron came to the school. Everybody thought he went to Virginia State. He came to me maybe 3 weeks before finals and was like, I'm about to be famous, and I need you to be in this group. I was like, what? What are you talking about? you about to be famous. So I laughed and chuckled or whatever. Called my dad, because I love my brother. It didn't matter. So Dad, look, Aaron said he's about to be famous, be in the group. Do you mind if I go and help him and be down with him? He said, that's what you want to do. He wanted me to finish school, but if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I left, went to the studio, saw Teddy for the first time with his big fur coat on and his four-finger gold ring. I was like, what? What? I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. So I was like, you got a fox coat and a four-finger diamond ring on. Gold ring on. Good Jesus. Who's this cat? So Aaron was like, yo, that's Teddy. Me and Teddy. And then Gene came and literally turned to the signature page of the contract. Sign here if you want to sign. You want to get in the group? Sign here right now. Sign right here. I was like, don't I get a chance to look this over? Man, Aaron said, come on, man, sign this. Boo, boo. I signed it, and the rest was history. I'll let you keep it flowing, but that's where we at. You're right at that point. You know what I mean? I signed the contract, took the contract to my attorney the next day, and all hell broke out because at that point, it was either stay in the group or don't do it because you screwed already.
Oh, wow.
Before you even start. Because the contract, let's if you can match this in your head and you can get a visual, the contract was like 7 pages long. When I took it to my attorney, Peter Grudman, it came back like 55 pages. I was like, what is this?
Oh, God.
And it was crazy. Like, so he was the 4th member of the group. He owned the name. He owned the publishing. It was nuts. Like, if God wasn't on our side, we would be probably, killers or drug addicts or alcoholics or something crazy because, it could have been worse than it was.
Wow.
I thought you was going to say, can I at least get a fox coat and a gold ring first before I sign the contract?
Listen, here it is, though. We got gifts, right? Because for anybody that's been in this game, I don't care if you're Elton John, U2, or whatever, if you've been in this game long enough, and you can look at Meatloaf, who's a great example. He sold hundreds of millions of records and was broke at the end of the day because you get the gifts, you get all the perks. They tell you you're gonna get picked up from the house in a stretch limousine, and then you're gonna fly first class. We're gonna get you this truck or this car. We're gonna give you some money. Here's the diamond ring. Here's the Rolex watch. Here's whatever. Just to realize you paying all that back. That's being recouped. And then when you first get in the game, you ain't thinking about that word. You know what I mean? You're not thinking somebody gonna give me something. They're giving it to me because I'm blessing them with my talent and my gift and music and this whole get down. I thought this is the perks of me signing. No, it ain't no perks, bro. You pay for everything.
Everything.
They put that back on you. You know what I'm saying? So, it could, like I said, it could have been worse. I couldn't have got the car. I couldn't have got the fox coat, and I couldn't have gotten the house or the townhouse or whatever. These different things that I've gotten that made me look the part. I could have just been a bum cat with a great record out there getting no money. But God saw it different. God saw it different with us. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Wow. And I'm glad that you brought that to the table because, when you interview certain members from groups, they only want to tell you the good stuff. They don't want to tell you the struggle. So I'm glad that you was able to put that out there for all the listeners and all that and give them the truth instead of saying, oh, we was Guy and everything was great. No, it wasn't.
Well, to say that to anyone, I don't care what kind of business you're in. For anybody to say, yo, I did this and it was fantastic. As soon as I got into it, man, I started running and I never stopped running. Well, you definitely stopped running because you had to run to assess where you was at and what was going on and if you was lost and if this was the place you wanted to be, and then you said, okay, how do I get out of here? And so God takes your mind and refreshes your mind to reestablish thoughts to get to where you're supposed to go because your journey, people don't understand the journey. Sometimes you get off of your journey because you want the prize so quick so you don't be focused on the journey. But for me, I had to pay attention to the journey because there was a lot of times when I could have been messed up, but because, and I say this, because I got into this business not wanting to be famous and not caring about if I was a lead singer or singing songs, I got into it to help my brother, to be with my brother. I don't think it affected me, though it irritated me. It didn't affect me to my core, to my spirit, where I felt like I wanted to kill myself or, turn to something else so I could cope with it. Like, for me, I was like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is absolutely ridiculous that people can be so greedy that they don't want you to succeed. They just want you to be the monkey on the string, you know what I'm saying? Go on the stage, dance, sing, go rehearse, design the clothes, do all this, make the music, but we sit in the back and we collect the check, and then we funnel you out whatever we choose to give you so that you won't leave. We know we mention you over, but we're going to give you $30,000, $40,000 check right now. If you 18, 19, 20, 21, 24 years old, right?
It's a lot of money to you.
Man, you going, I could have got nothing. I got this 50 knowing you should have got 400,000. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself and say, am I strong enough to be in this game? And I emphasize game, because this whole industry is a game. And unless you own your own stuff, and now we get into independent this and that. I don't want to jump the gun, but unless you own your own stuff, you in the game, and it ain't your game. You are part of the pieces. You're just a piece being moved like somebody playing chess with you. You the pawn. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be smart enough to be your own person and to really understand where you want to be. And sometimes you got to stop to reassess.
That's deep. Now, out of all the years that you've been doing this, how many times have you seriously wanted to just stop, give it up, and just do something totally different?
Well, let me say this, and this is truthful, because people that know me know I don't like lying about anything. I never wanted to stop as long as my brother was wanting to do it. If you ask me the question in this way, if I could do it all again and knew how the game was, would I have done it? I would say no, not that way. So it probably would have took me longer. I probably would have took the same route that most artists go to, going to clubs, tap dancing in front of executives, singing songs I don't want to sing, let people see if I have that look to be on stage. But I'm telling you, we got in the game, signed a contract, and was at Uptown and was started to move. We didn't never sit in front of no executive, let them hear us. We didn't do none of that. We were signed with a label and in the studio as fast as you can say, I want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know the struggle of trying to become an artist. I don't. But let me say this. I probably would have rather have went that route because I probably would have found out more things beforehand. Mm-hmm. But I don't take anything back because Guy is who Guy is to the people. It's not just black people. It's people all across this world. What we did has embedded itself in the hearts and the minds of people so deep. So I can't regret, and I can't say I didn't want to be in this. I wish, a lot of times within the group, I wanted to, man, I can't do this no more. These cats, and I'm quite sure all three of us had that thought before. Man, these two, or those two, or these two, I don't want to do it no more because it's not fun. So if you ask me, has it always been fun where you wanted to be in it? No. When it's not fun, I don't want to do nothing. Because for me, and every artist should feel this way, and they probably won't because they, like you said, they don't like really speaking the truth. To me, this is like playing basketball. This is getting up, brushing my teeth. I don't sweat. I'm not nervous when I get on stage, nothing. Mm-hmm. I know what I can do, and I'm going to do what I do. And it's up to the audience to like it or not like it. It's not really up to me. I know I'm doing me. But, somebody might not like me. Somebody might not like Aaron or Teddy. Somebody might like Aaron and Teddy and not like me. I don't think about stuff like that. I just do what I do best. I know I'm going to look good. I know I'm going to dance well. And for 51, I look better than most body-wise and energy-wise. So I don't really think about it that way. Like, I love the people. I love being on that stage. I don't like the different personalities that might show itself, within our system at times. It makes me not want to do it.
That's deep. Dropping jewels. So we're gonna go into, because I always wanted to ask you this, but make it PG-13 clean. But what was the most craziest groupie moment you had that you just was really caught off guard?
Wow.
He's like, I gotta think about this one.
No. Here it is. Like, I think the craziest groupie moment was the freakiest mindset that I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came in the game a church boy, still a church boy at heart, still to this day. But I got corrupt, and And my vice was women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I speak it so people can understand. My vice was women. So it wasn't cigarettes, weed, alcohol, any other type of drug. It was women. So, you know, if there was a mother and a daughter, and everybody said, there's no way you can do that, I had to do it, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's a groupie moment or a great day.
I think it's
That is straight ego.
Divide and conquer, brother. Divide and conquer.
OMG.
Yeah, so not many, and trust me, I'm not like, oh, I did that. I'm saying it happened. People always say, what? And even now, as I'm older, I say, what? But when I was younger, I didn't think nothing like that 'cause I didn't care. I didn't say if it was freaky, disgusting. I can't believe it. To me, it was two women or a girl and a woman that had a body and stuff I wanted to play with, and so I did it. So if that's a groupie moment, and it had to be in some kind of capacity, then that was my craziest groupie moment. I had a lot of crazy things happen, and we all three have had many, because we did a lot of things together, me and Teddy. We did a lot of things together, and it involved women and all kind of stuff. But which is why we have so much respect for them now, because when you're young, and every artist goes to every artist, rock, pop, this, that, whatever. It's kind of wild for you to understand that today I'm working on Wall Street. Tomorrow I have an album out. 9 months later, Groove Me hits. And everybody that sees you either wants an autograph, a picture, or want to give you their daughter, or want to give you the draw. You're like, what? Because of what? You go, why is this? Because of a song. Because they hear you consistently on the radio. And they have embedded in their head some fantasy that, like I said yesterday, sorry, they didn't say nothing. Oh, he's skinny, big eyes, afro, whatever. The next day is, oh my God, he's skinny, big ass afro, he's so sexy, I just wanna be with him. You like what? And it gets to a point, and this is why people don't understand why artists get ego, right? They go, we have to live up to this, and once you really master living up to it, that's when it's like, yo, they should feel that way. Listen to my music, listen to my shows. Look how I look how I dress. Ain't nobody dressing like me, bro. Ain't nobody designing like us. Like, to look at Guy, people always say, do you have a right to be arrogant if you wanted to? Y'all started fashion. You designed most of the stuff, Damion. They started fashion, a whole sound of music with Teddy Riley creating it, and then a voice that's like probably top 5 voice of all voices in your group. Man, come on, dog. Y'all didn't come in the game trying to be like anybody else. Y'all came in the game and wedged a whole road for yourselves. And everybody else had to stop, take a back seat, reassess their albums, and go back in the lab. They're going to get crucified. And that ain't me being cocky. That's the facts.
That's the facts, absolutely.
So you look at it and you go, man, please, man, what? Are you nuts? Then you go 33 years later, and then we still headlining. We still doing our thing. We have our issues, for sure. But when I see myself on stage, I don't see what other people see. So when I get off stage and they go, oh my God, your body was like this and you look like this and you can still move like that, I'm like, okay. I don't really see what they see, because it's never good enough for me. And I don't think anybody has ever seen, I can speak for myself, have ever seen me on my 100% on stage ever. Ever. So what people are liking is half of what Damion can offer. The difference is now I'm older, so I kind of change how I perform now, because certain things I can't do anymore. You know what I mean? That's just reality. Certain things I can't do anymore. Just that the things I do better than most.
Well, bruh, if somebody walk up on you, a female walk up on you and said, oh, the things that you're doing with your body, you hit them with the Barry White. Sure, you're right.
I'll definitely add that to it.
You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Sure, you're right. Hit her with that Secret Garden real quick. She was like, oh.
I don't know if I go that deep, babe. I'll be like, sure, you're right.
Bingo, there you go. You got
it.
it.
Lord have mercy.
Sure, you're right.
Well, on the outside looking in, I will say that your performance is on point. The body is definitely right. And you do do a good job performing. So I understand when you feel that you're not to your fullest potential and that you feel you could do better, but what you do present is definitely well put together. So I thank you for that.
You so much. I appreciate you for saying what you said. You know what I mean? But, I can never, and I tell all artists this, never get comfortable where you are. Because if you get comfortable, you're never going to get better. And then at the end of the day, somebody's going to surpass you because you feel as if I flip better, I move better, I what better, I do this better, my body is better, and my songs are better. And you go, damn, you can't get no better if you already feel you everything.
Right.
I never conceive myself, no matter how people look at Guy, y'all let go, y'all killer. I'm like, nah, we ain't all the way there yet. What you talking about, man? What? Nigga, I just saw your show at the Forum, or I saw your show at the Honda Civic Arena. Like, so y'all killed it. And I'm like, I appreciate it, and I don't take that lightly. And that but is a ... You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still being looked and watched, even when people act like they're not looking at me, like on my page and stuff like that I do, and me and my son working out and all this kind of stuff. People act like they're not watching. But they trolling. I know they trolling. So when I go to these events, I hear people talking like, "Oh man, yo, that nigga still look good. He look good like in person, dog. Like da da da. I saw him in the sun." They don't want to judge you, especially artists. Different celebrities don't want to give you the credit that you deserve because it's almost like they downtrodden who they are. And for me, it's like if you fly, you fly. Like when you're talking, there's probably not an artist out there that's a better marketer and hustler, hardcore cat than Puff. You know what I'm saying? You got Puff, you got Jay-Z. Jay-Z more in the back scene doing this too. But Puff go hard. Like I admire his hustle and what he knows how to do. And at the end of the day, if you say I got it and I'm good and we great and my whole crew is great, you're never gonna stay on top and have anything new to do. That's why you gotta constantly be moving and shaking, and you can't sit idle too much in this business. If you sit idle, you'll be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? So I'm constantly trying to think of new ways to keep myself alive, to keep the group alive, to encourage Teddy, to encourage Aaron, and stay relevant. Because who knows? One day people might not want to see us no more.
Well, if you need somebody to come on the stage and dance with you, I'm available. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
He was like, "Oh God, here she go."
Oh, God.
You never said that now.
Listen, all you got to do is let me know.
Okay.
Oh, yo, D, I'm going to set up. Yo, D, I'm about to set up right now. Y'all coming to Philly soon.
Yes, we are. I think August 25th or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That's a Sunday.
I think August 25th. Look, I always like to tell people, there's always could be changes happening with Guy. And I'll leave it at that. There always can be changes. You know what I mean? And so, like I just said, you never know when people are not going to want you, and you never know when people are going to want you more. So for artists, you got to be prepared for both. Like, dog, you're not doing enough. You need to go back in the lab and do your thing. It's like Rihanna, for those that saw BET Awards, right? It's like they say, well, she got all her things happening with her clothing and her skincare and all this other stuff that she hasn't been in the lab to do no music. But, that's what she's known for. But when you get to a certain position, you either stay relevant or you get comfortable because you're making your hundreds of millions. She's worth $600 million. You worth hundreds of millions of dollars and you get comfortable and you forget. But if somebody else come up, if her and LMA and Lovey Day and all of them come up and really go hard, you might not be able to come back. I think people get comfortable in their celebrity. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I'm not going against somebody, but I just say this. It's like I'm Rihanna, I'm Beyonce, I'm Kanye, I'm Guy, I can always drop and people are always going to want to be there. And you know what? And that's probably another portion of why artists are so cocky and sometimes disrespectful to their fans because, look, whether we do or don't, you're still going to be there. And that's the mindset of an artist. Like, as long as I keep on giving them something that they like, they're gonna always be there. So what do I have to worry about? And that's crazy. I'm a different artist. I think anybody that know me know when they meet me, I don't have that artist thing about me. I'm just Damion. And, I'm on the red carpet, I'm the artist. on the stage, I'm the artist. But once I get off that stage and the lights go out, I'm back to being Damion again. I never keep that cape on. I think some people always want to keep their cape on. You know what I'm saying? And forget that they wear glasses. So instead of being Clark Kent, they always want to be Superman. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I do feel that you are extremely humble, and I really like that about you when we did meet. Very down to earth, very approachable. You know, somebody that you can hold a conversation with, somebody that didn't show arrogance and felt cocky and made you feel like it's about me and you are beneath me. I've never got that vibe from you. And again, I thank you for that because everybody wasn't always that way.
Well, again, I appreciate you again. I think I need to come into this station all the time. I feel good.
I'm going to make you feel good, boo. Don't even worry.
Here we go.
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest about, the gentleman that he is. That's all. That's it. What? So y'all taking it way further than what it is.
Hey, I didn't say Damion. I didn't say a word.
Oh,
I just said, oh, Lord. Even Tariq sat over here rocking back and forth like, wow, whoa.
Yeah, we were talking about the groupie thing earlier.
I had to throw my shirt off.
Well, you have it off all the time anyway, so what's the difference?
You fat.
Facts. That's right. I'm trying to get some ripples on my stomach like that, too.
We might have to have you come down for dinner since you coming to Philly on August. It's August the 15th. I should be your manager because I know the dates.
Uh-oh. Look, man, it's August 15th, so I guess I'll be there, man. I always say to myself, I never know what tomorrow going to bring. And I say this is going totally off the subject. But, last year, 2018, September, I had blood clots in my lungs. So both of my lungs were 75% filled with blood clots. I had 100% blood clots in my right leg and 98% in my left leg. And the doctors were saying to me, you should be dead. Like, I had 12 doctors come and see me, and it was like, I was in ICU for about a day and a half, 2 days, and I had no symptoms. So I'm sitting up in the bed, and this the patient? What? He's not hooked up to a breathalyzer, whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those breathing tubes, this and other. And there was he shouldn't be breathing by himself. He shouldn't be able to walk. He shouldn't be able to talk. He shouldn't be doing this. And so they kept on saying, you should be dead. Like, look at this. If you look at your hand, the inside of your hand is light. The back of your hand is black. Those are your lungs. And long story short, they told me after doing all these tests, blah 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 blah. Your lungs sound like the lungs of a swimmer when we check your lungs, but it look like a lung of death. But here it is. They said you're gonna have to take Xarelto for the rest of your life, and it's gonna take about a year and a half, hopefully, before those blood clots leave your lungs because they are bilateral. And the blood clot medicine, Xarelto that is, doesn't work the lungs to get rid of the blood clots. It just makes sure that the blood clots in the legs hopefully go away. Right? It thins your blood so that your blood clots in your legs go away. So they said your natural enzymes have to make your blood clots in your lungs go. I was like, what? They said, your enzymes work everything that might be ill in your body. They go around your body. So it's not just going to always stay at your lungs to work that. I said, man, y'all are bugging out. I said, don't you? First of all, y'all don't know who you're talking to. Second of all, y'all probably don't serve the God that I serve within me. And it's almost impossible that I'm going to stay on Xarelto for the rest of my life. I don't like drugs, period. And as far as these blood clots, they're going to be gone very soon. They looked at me and said, okay, we've been doing this forever. Long story short, for those that understand faith and mercy and grace out there that's listening to my voice, 3 months later, I have no blood clots. I had no blood clots in my lungs, and they were completely gone outside of 2% in both of my legs.
Amen.
So, look at God's work.
I look at things very differently now. Not because I was on death's bed, it's because, really, truthfully, I should have been dead. But God saw something different to want to keep me here. So I know that I still have
work to do.
A journey, part of my journey, work to do within my journey. So when it comes down to being on stage or not being on stage or doing this, doing that, I don't really think about it like that no more because whatever He has me to do, I have to do it. And at any given time, y'all can see where Guy ain't doing nothing right now. For what reason? It could be 1,000 different one reason. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Guy is back together again right now, and they are doing stuff. They have a new album out right now. they don't have an album out. So, it's like, I say this to say, to all the fans that are listening to my voice and have always represented Teddy Riley and the endeavors that he did, the songs he did with various artists when he went to Blackstreet and still doing some Blackstreet stuff, supporting with Blackstreet, for those that bought Aaron's albums and supported him, for those that supported me and was there for me. I want to say thank y'all in the midst of our ups and downs and our struggles within ourselves for still being there and being true fans to us. Because without y'all, there is no us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all don't like us, we're going on stage, ain't nobody going to be in the seats. So it's appreciated that y'all go through these struggles with us, because artists are not perfect, man. And I think people get upset where they at now, what happened now, and this and the other. And y'all don't know we are human. Like, just in case people forget at times, we are mad human. And we go through stuff, and we go through times when we don't want to do nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful that I don't go through time where I don't want to be here. See, there's a difference. Some artists go through stuff where they say, I don't want to be here no more. Then all of a sudden they commit suicide, they doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and they drug, and I never said I don't want to be here. But there's times when, because of situation, I'm like, man, I want to do this, man. I need to do something else for real. I know people might be upset, but hey, that's a chance I have to take. And sometimes we take chances. Mm-hmm. Like when you see a big artist like Beyonce, she don't come out for 4 years, 5 years. She's doing other things. She's doing all kind of different ventures, and it's a chance that she's taking, that she has kept her celebrity up so high that if she come out 6 years later with an album, people gonna buy it. And it's been that way, right? And a lot of us feel that way. One way I feel we can die as artists, and any artist I'm speaking about, is if they come out and they go left of who people envision them as being. You go left, you might lose your whole audience. Like, what in the hell? Is he doing classical music? These niggas come out and doing a classical album with piano only? Like, oh no. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you really got to be careful if you want to be in this game. You got to be careful how you play it, because it's changing every day. It's changing every day. And it's funny. It's going back to, and people don't understand it, but if you really know the game, this stuff's going to go back to hard copy CDs. People want that again.
Yep.
People want vinyl. They want it, so because they're missing it. So we can stream and download and all this other stuff and digital this and digital that. That's going to be there because that's just the way of artificial intelligence and social media and stuff like that now. But I'm telling you, man, this is changing, because if y'all know the business. 136,000 streams and 163,000 streams was 1 and 2 on the top 200 Billboard. That's Tyler the Creator and DJ Khaled. 163,000 is a hit now. So when you look at this, you go, damn, is it that hard to get 163,000 downloads or streams within a week? Man. So, I won't know until I drop something, be it Guy or Damion. But to me, it seems very strange. But that's something I'm going to love to see if I can tackle.
Okay.
If that's the case, oh, man, I guess I'm going to be number one.
I know that's right. Talking into existence. Speak it into existence right now, today.
Well, we got something for you. We got something for you now. We got some advice letters that was sent to us. So I'm going to read you the advice letter. We all have our answer to it, but we want your spin on it now. So you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
It goes, Dear E. Jones, I have a situation that is a bit bizarre and would like some advice on handling it. I've been married for about 20 years. About 3 years ago, my mother-in-law moved in with us. This is when the weirdness began. I began to notice that after we would have sex, he would get up, rub down with Bengay, and put on footy pajamas. He would then go sleep in his mom's room for the rest of the night. I don't know what to make of this. They act so normal about this behavior, so it makes me feel uncomfortable about bringing it up to question. How should I address the situation? Damion?
Well, okay. Well, first of all, if I'm hearing right, they've been married 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
The mother-in-law moved in 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they have sex, so he throws it down with her. Everything is good. After he has sex, he showers, do whatever he do, rubs Bengay all over his body, put footies on and whatever, and goes lay down with his mama. So we got to understand, number one, if the mama lost her husband and took care of her son, and she was a single mom, the son feels obligated to the mama to let the mama feel like she still has somebody to love, because maybe he looks like the father, and she just feels comfortable being next to her son because her husband smelled like Bengay at night.
You made a whole narrative.
And he wanted to give the mother the love that the father was giving her before he died. I'm just assuming, right?
But why would that be after they had sex?
Because he wants to handle it. Maybe they have sex every day, and the mama is just in that room by herself. So he's like, look, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give it to you real nice and lovely, but I'm not laying next to you because my mama needs me too. And so because she misses my dad, and that's the reason why. Usually when a mother-in-law or a father-in-law moves into a crib, it's because she's old, she's lonely, and somebody wants to make sure that they can take care of their parents. So, and if she's by herself, she 9 times out of 10 lost her husband. So as I said, I just believe, because I'm always thinking about stuff on a level first of why would somebody do that? That's weird, right? Like, why am I having sex and rubbing my body down with Bengay like my wife done rolled me so tough that I need Bengay on my body, right? No. Not only did this cat put Bengay on, he put footies and a pajama suit on, whatever, to lay next to his mama, which means he don't want to be around his mama naked, so there ain't no crazy stuff going on. Number 2, the daddy probably was a little hairy, so he had to put the pajamas on, and he smelled like Bengay, and he wanted, like I say, he wanted to make sure that the mama feels comfortable too. He probably slipped out of there, showers again, takes the Bengay off his body, and lays next to his wife when his mama feels comfortable. He probably leaves the footies there and everything so mama could think he's still there.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I would just ask my husband, what is the real deal? Because I wouldn't be, like, nervous for me. I'm more fun, like, yo, why you just rub Big Gale over your body, nigga? Like, that's my thing. And he threw me off, so I don't like this. So what's going on? And he probably gave her the answer I just gave y'all.
All right. Well, we got another one for you now. Okay. I definitely want to see how you handle this one.
Wait, he gave it a whole totally different spin.
Whole different spin. So we got one more for you now. Here we go. This right here. It says, Dear E.Jones, my fiance and I decided to spice up our sex life by adding another person to the fun. We discussed bringing in another man or woman just to see how things flowed. Well, after a couple of auditions, we decided to begin sharing our bedroom with another man. My fiance was all for it, but then he stopped having sex with us. He began to just watch me and our male friend have sex, instructing our friend on what to do with me. Then him. He wanted the man to do sexual things with him. At first, I was turned on until the focus was completely off of me. He seemed so comfortable being with another man. My question to you is, do you think that my fiance has had male sex before? And if so, why would he wait until this to let me know he's attracted to men and women? This is from Outswung Sister.
Well, Outswung Sister, let me tell you something. Right now, this is coming from D. Hall, Crazy Legs. If you want to listen, first of all, you was with a down low cat. And here's the situation. Sometimes we don't want to see the truth in the people we with. I don't know how anybody, and you didn't say anything about this reading, how many years that they was engaged with each other, how long they really knew each other. But I always tell people this. I don't know how you don't know that your cat has a crazy personality and an evil side, or your cat loves to play with cats at 12 noon every day. You're like, yo, you don't see this? Like, you don't see this cat when y'all out and y'all see another, say y'all go working out in the gym together, and you working in. You don't see him looking at the cats going, man, you see his biceps? I want my biceps like that. You see his ass? I want my ass to be tight like that. You ain't never see that before? Like, you don't know? Here's the answer. If I'm having sex and we chose, she said we chose to have a man. I don't know another man that would choose. First of all, she ain't gonna have a choice but to choose a woman if it was me. Ain't no nigga. I can't say that. Ain't no other man coming into my bedroom to outshine or try to outshine and bang my wife or my fiance. That's not going to happen, because at first I thought he was in there and the guy whipped his joint out. He said, whoa. And the guy grabbed his wife or his fiance and started riding her, and he said, man, I can't even handle that. Like, his joint is bigger than mine, thicker than mine, all kinds of things, right? So let me sit back and watch what he do and made me learn something. But he got so enthused when he was banging his wife from behind, he was like, look at that. Look at that. That he wanted the guy to do the same thing to his wife because he was always a female. His wife, his fiance didn't know. Excuse me, I keep saying wife, but his fiance didn't know he was a female. So now he was looking, and he wanted to be banged out like that. So as soon as you feel balls or a penis next to you, and you just stay there like, I don't know. Look, I know. Listen, I've had sex with a girl, with a homie before, right? And he was in one hole, I'm in another hole, and the fact that I felt his penis in any capacity in that little piece of thin skin in between the ass and the ass and the hoop, and you can feel that. Nah, man, I gotta get out of here. I don't want to feel him touching me at all. That's not even nice.
Oh God.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't doing the Beans and Frank situation.
We're not doing Beans and Frank, dog. I don't even do that anymore, right? So at the end of the day, if you, you know what? You know what I choose, babe? Listen, you can choose a man or a female. No, you know what I'm saying? I choose a man. Man, I'm out of there. It's a wrap. I'm out of there. So she already had a down low. He was already Fruity Pebbles. You know what I'm saying? And he, look at him now. I wonder what he's doing right now. I bet you him and Homeboy are out there doing yoga together somewhere, playing with each other. Saying,
yoga.
Give him the wifey, right? So you can bang me and her. Yeah, man, I can't wait. Me neither. See, nah, come on, bro. That's crazy. That's so. I would tell you, give him the ring back. Give him the ring back. Don't stay with him because you're gonna end up catching a disease, and he's gonna end up being upset because you kicked the guy out the whole thing, and you just want to be with him now because it's time for marriage. He's gonna be like, no, what are you talking about? I love Fred. Why are you kicking Fred out? No, man. No, you already got problems. You know what I'm saying? That's like Bonnie Rubble and Fred. You can't do that. Come on, man. Chill out, man. It's a wrap. Get the fruity, man. Get rid of the fruit. The fruit is bad. Throw the fruit out, girlie.
We might have to send him over there to Felice Johnson or somebody so he can tighten him up.
Exactly.
Wow.
There's no marriage happen. It's a wrap on the marriage. He done doink your boy in the booty. It's a wrap.
Well, Outswung Sister, you got the advice.
Or either he got it in the booty.
Listen, he's those type of guy in the booty. Any guy that's taking in somebody's booty, and then he gonna want something. He gonna want something to jerk me off. Yo, homeboy, come here, man. Come here, man. Nah, dog, jerk me off, my nigga. What? I can't do that. What is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's like women who are lesbian, right? They always say, well, the reason why is because at least I know women know how to please another woman because she know what she likes.
No, you show him what you need.
No, man, listen. I say like this, hey, I ain't never sucked on get down, so I don't know if it's good or bad unless a woman is doing it. I don't know what it feel like. So ain't no man can do that to me and say, now this is what it's supposed to feel.
Nah. We not even having that conversation. We not even having that conversation. Like you said, I'm 100% with you. Ain't no real man gonna say, hey, babe, bring another dude in here. I'm for it. No. You bring your girlfriend in here. You can even bring your sister in here. But you ain't bringing no man in here.
You can bring your mom, and that's cool.
Bring your moms in here. Somebody. Anybody but Fred, Barry, Danny. No.
You ain't bringing Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, or Mike in the room.
None of them. Nope. They gonna have to cool it now, because that ain't happening.
That's not happening, bro. So, man, look, man. I first of all, and this is seriously, if it was me, I'm not bringing a guy in because, A, I don't even want give my girl the emphasis of falling in love with another guy's penis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like to compete. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a competitor. We like to compete. If this guy come out, I'm like, Man, what the hell? I done messed up already because I know my wife, she told me, or my girl told me, you know, you could be a little bigger or maybe a little girthier or something, but it's okay, I'll take it. Because she ain't never had nothing. She's in love with you. But now you done brought this other guy in, and you didn't know that he had a 12-inch hole in his feet. And now she's like, oh my God, this is going to be fun. She ain't never going to date you again, ever.
You said
it's a wrap.
You brought a professional gunslinger in there.
Why does it sound like this happened?
Right, you brought a professional man, please. And he's like this, and he's looking at you like, man, don't you? And he all muscular. Hell no. That ain't happening. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it freely. I can tell you that.
He gonna sound like the cop from Minister Society. You know you done effed up, right? You know you done effed up.
You know you done effed up. So I'm not, I think you should leave and leave that alone because that's some, and I ain't got nothing against, but hey.
To each his own.
To each his own, man. To each his own. But if my girl, she would never in her life say, you know what, I want to bring another guy. She already know, nigga. You got to bring another girl into the. If we doing 3 anything, ain't gonna be no guys involved.
Well, I agree with you because that math don't add up. That's one part of the threesome that I don't understand. I don't have an answer for that.
No, you can't have an answer to that with when you got somebody with balls smacking against your girl's booty, and you sitting there going, "Oh, that's cool, dog. You really doing your thing."
Nah.
What? Nah, I'm not doing that. That's not even cool.
That's just opening the door for all types of anything.
Problem.
Yes. Yeah, no.
Well, I got one more for you.
Problems going on.
You said one more?
I had a girl tell me, this is for real. I had a girl tell me, she said, Damion, I love you. I think you're so sexy. I love how you throw it down with me and all this. I said, no, of course. I do my thing. She said, but. I said, but what? She said, I want to do something different. I said, different like what? She said, I just want to do something different. We should add something to this. I was like, okay, cool. What you mean? One of your friends? She said, no. This how crazy this goes, okay? She said, no. I want to do a transgender.
Whoa.
I said, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I said, what? She said, a transgender. Cause listen. He will have breasts. He will have breasts, but he still have his penis. So if you don't look at that, and if you had seen this girl's face, she was dead up serious. I looked at her and I said, do you not understand the freakiness in a woman? And I think all women in some capacity want to acquire that freak zone or that thing in their head to make them do something crazy. She just was crazy enough to say it. You understand what I'm saying? So most people don't even say it. No, I'm good. I'm satisfied with you. It's okay. It's okay if you came. It's all right. It's okay. I love you, and I know sometimes you're stressed and you're tired, and this is cool. But, and in her head she's saying, you got about 2 more times to do this, and I'm going to cheat on you, and I'm going to definitely do something with somebody else. Because I love you, though, because you take care of the household, and you hold me down, and we cool, but your dick game is whack.
Wow.
Okay.
So, guys, it's very important for those that are listening. It's very important for you not to overdo your talk in your game if you really can't do that. But it's also very important for you to, when you exercising, also do penis exercise. Because girls nowadays, even the older ones, they want it for real. And they're not playing. And the only way you can keep them is if your foreplay game is on 1,000 or your penis game is on 1,000. And if you got both those things going, your girl will never ask to bring another guy in the room ever.
Yes! Tell it. Tell it.
Tariq, you getting educated right now. We got a youngin' in here. He's getting the full education.
I don't know if I'm old enough to hear this.
You're going to hear this, buddy. Let's get it.
Y'all, I'm getting ready to put y'all up on something, man. What is it?
The E.Jones Show.
On iHeartRadio.
Like, whoa.
E.Jones.